What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 9 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Imrik campaign. So as we saw last time, 2 battles against the legendary dragons, Imrath and Brewer. I can't believe I remember both their names. Saw us victorious against both, and both of them added to our potential roster, though obviously we are nowhere near being able to recruit those things. I mean, damn. Oh man, it's like 2,500 gold per turn just out of those dragons. That'll increase with any extra upkeep that we have to do because of any extra lords as well. But anyway, at least we got some money out of that, and we are in a pretty good stead. We're actually going to soon be able to upgrade our dragon teeth, or whatever this thing's called. Sea dragon teeth. Close enough. Close enough. 6,800. Yeah, if we save for one turn, we'll actually be able to do this next turn. Huh, wait, if we do this right now, 1,700, we'll have 4,500, oh, we'll be a little bit wait, what if we take Imrik and pop him back into the mountain? Yeah, there we go, alright, we can get both upgrades, beautiful, beautiful. And let's see, a couple turns here will probably see us full enough HP to continue doing what we're doing, i.e. fighting all those dragons. We might as well proceed to the next one. And let's see, while we're at it, you need to get... I mean, we might as well go through Skymaster now. We have most of the good stuff here. I mean, we have all of the unique Imrik line. We just need to move towards Heroic Killing Blow, but I think we'll go Stand Your Ground first, as it'll help our relatively low-tier Elven army a little bit. Michaela, you also leveled up. We might as well keep upgrading the Burning Head. We're going to get all the fire stuff upgrades anyway before we proceed to anything else. I will be okay with skipping Potent if we need to. And we very well might need to. We'll see. We'll see how it works out in terms of points. And on the other hand, we will probably replace Michaela when we have a better hero for that sort of stuff. Anyway, one that costs influence. Speaking of, I think that's about it for this turn, and we can just proceed to the next one. Ooh, one of the comments last episode did suggest putting some more defensive items on Michaela, and I guess the Vine Dragon armor is the only option right now. Might be getting it on somebody else later, like a Lord, who's actually more likely to use the active Hex. But in the meantime, it'll provide her a little bit of armor and a little bit of melee defense, a little bit of that extra survivability. I don't want to replace Sapphire Guardian Phoenix, because it's 12 magic resistance to everyone on the map, or all allies on the map, and I like that map-wide buff. Yes, we could get the Talisman of Preservation or the Vambraces of Defense, which would make her more survivable, but then who are we gonna really put this on, huh? Let's keep it for now. Not that we're running into a crazy amount of magic damage, but nonetheless, I'll think about changing it up a little bit later. I'd also like to get some more of the rare units out of here, like the Grey Shadow Warriors. Would be nice, especially as a replacement for, like, the Spearmen or something. We could even get the Science of Mathlan. I'm actually very tempted to get that right now. We can't really afford it. Maybe before the next battle. I just really don't see the point of having one regular Spearman unit in here. Let's end the turn. Although, once again, it's good to have the Regiments of Renown available for a defense. Like, what if a giant stack of Dark Elves comes to Caledor? How are we going to build an army there? The only way will be to immediately summon a bunch of Regiments of Renown. So I gotta think about that one. Alrighty, there we go. Population surplus in the Dragon Isles, but it's not the surplus I care about so much as the Dragon's Teeth. Yes, it's worth an insane amount. And we are, I don't think we're we're not that close to the Invocation of Assyrian, so we can't really use it. But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It doubles the income, 400 to 800, plus a bunch of other stuff. So I will definitely, I'll definitely take that. And then afterwards, we will switch back to Tribute to the Phoenix King, so this place does not rebel. We can't upgrade Flayed Rocket. We could technically upgrade all of these, but it's probably not all that important right now, especially as we are once again low on funds. The Fortress of Urag is okay, but it does need to upgrade to the Citadel as well, but that's a pretty ludicrous expense that we're probably going to have to wait for the Rite of Assyrian for, or the Invocation of Assyrian. Crookback Mountain is nowhere to be upgraded. I think the next thing we need to upgrade is Caledor. Build up our home province a little bit. I mean, it'll be a long time till we can get the Hall of Dragons. But there's an iron smelter here, which includes the upkeep for Dragon Princes if we upgrade it, plus it's trade stuff. Yeah, it would be nice to get here, although we'd obviously go for walls first, so it'll have to wait until level 4. Anyway, there's really not anything else to do this turn but end it, and wait until we're full HP just to fight the next fight, so let's go. Oh, yeah, actually. There is one thing to do. Let's go intrigue at court. We've been trying to butter up Caledor last episode, so we might as well continue in that. Improve relations, 20, nice. And do it one more time, I think. 15, nice, alright. Moving up to 100. I will certainly take that. And then we will end the turn. You, though, maybe we'll move down to Caracade Peaks. We can't afford to find out who's there, but I really would like to know. I have a feeling that this is all clan wars over here. It's suspicious that it's untainted 51%. I mean, in theory, it could also be Clan Molder since they have one territory here, but I don't think it is. Maybe the ruin settlement thing is overtuned in this, because how many? It doesn't look like they have a crazy amount of settlements over here. But 13, where are there 13? Oh, and lucky, looks like Clan Molder is luckier than Clan Moors. Alright, anyway, let's end the turn and let's fight us another dragon, shall we? Also need to burn down that damn Undercity there, but we obviously have better things to spend that cash on right now. Alright, is anybody going to do anything interesting? Krasgrak is not declaring war on us, and neither are the orcs. Maybe because we're not really bordering them, except just slightly by Black Crag. I felt like they would have declared war on us earlier, but apparently not. Alrighty, Imrik, yeah, I guess we can upgrade. I guess we can get the Signs of Mathlon. They're not much more expensive than a regular spear unit, but they do provide the aura, right? The aura of protection, allies in range. Disabled if mana is less than 50%. Okay, so save up enough mana. But yeah, that's a pretty good buff. And how much stronger are they? They do have a golden shield. They have, well, we already know about the special aura. Yeah, I mean, what are the other options? Yeah, the gray would also be good. They would give us a lot more magic, or a lot more range capability. The problem with them is that they cost nearly twice as much, and we're hurting for cash. So yeah, let's get the cheap Signs of Mathlon. We can always re-recruit them later. Let's disband you. Sorry, Spearman unit, but there's nobody else really here to disband. I mean, yeah, we could disband the Rangers and just carry their name over to another unit, because they're a very basic unit. But I feel like I'd rather have one Ranger unit in here just in case there's a forest to fight in. At least for now, until we get something better. Alright, Signs of Mathlon, you're going to join us. And I think with that, we're going to go into the next fight. That is the funny name one. What's your name? Shakolot, yes. Shakolot the Calamity. Yes, indeed. Alrighty, so we do get the Breath of the Black Dragon, magic resistance, don't really care about it, campaign movement range plus 5%, it's a little bit, otherwise this is a pretty weak buff, but we still need to defeat it. This army is also kind of meh. A couple Crypt Horrors, a couple Vargovs, those will be tough to take down, and same with the Cairn Rates, but the rest of this is basically nothing. Alright, I think we could do that. Let's get to it. 500 gold to teleport, yes we certainly will. And, ooh, let's see. Nom Ba, that's a pretty good name. Let's see, 4 Vargeists, 2 giant feral manticores with Nom Ba leading them. Okay, that's not bad. That's actually pretty frightening, especially as they can land amongst all of our range units. We don't have enough Lothar and Seaguard to defend ourselves. We've got another army with a Charybdis and a War Hydra, as well as some Bloodrack Medusae, which are pretty nice, don't really care about the ghouls. And, of course, the enemy lord itself. Alright, well, this might actually be quite a bit tougher than I originally thought it would be. Depending on if we have to actually fight them at the same time, or they come in one by one and just get ripped apart piecemeal. So let's find out. Obviously going to be a cinematic battle. Let's go. Man, I didn't realize that when starting this battle that it was not just against the undead, but it was with the Dark Elves as well, because the army that has the Hydras and the Medusas does count as Dark Elves, even though I'm pretty sure it has Crypt Ghouls in it, does it not? Well, I guess we'll find out. So, let's check out the setup. First off, we got our first starting army with all the basic troops, but there are a lot of them, and it will take time to bring them all down, because most of them are zombies, or at least actually half of them are zombies, and the other half are skeleton warriors, but the zombies are damage sponges, and well, so are the skeleton warriors, although to a slightly lesser degree. Now over here, we fortunately have a river on one edge and a nice rock over here that we can sort of use as our own little fortress. That was actually pretty cool. There's a little dam here, or not a dam, a waterfall. But yeah, this is nice because we can get our artillery on high ground with all of our archers on slightly highish ground, firing down to there, and anybody that has to attack us here will have to walk up and attack. So we have a pretty big boxed up setup here, and we should be safe from enemy attacks, although I'm a little bit worried about when the enemy range units come out to play. We do have 1 unit of White Lions and 2 units of Dragon Princes waiting here, hidden behind all of this terrain here. Yeah, it's just peeking over there. And then finally, you can see we have 3 extra units, the Pure Main Company, as well as the Dragon Prince Rangers, aka the Elven Rangers, as well as the Signs of Mathlan. They're all spread out among all of the ranged units, because I don't know which side all of that or all of that flying nonsense is going to come out of, so we are going to have to be careful with that. Now, the Heralds of the Wind have been Vanguard deployed up front. They are targeting those Crypt Horrors, just going to try to do as much damage to them as we can, as well as maybe even hurt some Vargulfs. That'll be swell. And of course, we have all 3 of our dragons moving in to try to get their breaths out early, because we do have a lot of breaths, but the cooldowns are fairly large, or long rather, so we shouldn't really waste them. Ooh, I like the shots from the Eagle Claws bolt throwers coming in the background here. So we get our first breath off with Michaela, but unfortunately it does go really, really wide. It doesn't really hit the Karen Knights. I wanted the Karen Knights dead. Wait, it's magical fire, right? It's not physical fire. Well, oh well. It's okay, we'll have more. And then, unfortunately, we do the exact same thing with Imrik, but the exact same thing happens here. This guy actually stopped moving, and I cast it, and as soon as I did, he started moving again. And, of course, this actually really looks cool. I like the effect, but yeah, it goes completely wide. Maybe cinched some of his hair, but otherwise doing nothing. But that's okay. Imrik can land on him and kill him. Otherwise, we have Trogdor breathing in, and I think he's actually going to do a wee bit of damage on these skeleton warriors, but I think he was actually aiming for the Crypt Wraiths, or Karen Wraiths rather, who he missed completely. Alrighty, well, the dragons didn't achieve much, but we are going to, as I said, deplete all those cooldowns. In the meantime, Imrik is going to go in and immediately attack the enemy lord. A hit or 2 in there, and he drops by about 33% HP. So that's pretty nice. And we are going to get the rest of our dragons coming in to kill this Strigoi Ghoul King as fast as possible, just to cripple this first army. Oh, getting a couple casts in there, and here come the dragons. We're also getting those shots off, of course. And there we go. You're now surrounded by dragons there, Strigoi. You're not going to have a good day. Oh, and Trogdor getting some nice free kills. Oh, you know what I just realized? Michaela, the dragon that she's riding, has extra elven armor on top, whereas Trogdor doesn't, but I'm pretty sure that Trogdor is more damage resistant and has more armor than Michaela does on the dragon. I could be wrong, though. Maybe they're the same in terms of armor, but it feels like Trogdor is a lot tankier than she is. I guess the armor is just for show. Typical High Elves. Alright, otherwise, let's check out how the Strigoi Ghoul King has dropped in there, but he was also really kind of hard to see in all these dragons. And we might as well keep him here, destroy some of these zombies. It's not like they can hurt the dragon, so it's free kills, essentially. We are still going strong with our Eagle Claw bolt throwers. Damn, I'm so used to saying Reaper bolt throwers that that phrase doesn't really sit right with me. But anyway, they're still going, they're still attacking, not doing a crazy amount of damage because they are, once again, I think maybe the weakest artillery in the game. They're absolute trash, but we need them here for now, until we can get so many dragons that it won't matter. Ooh, and finally Michaela gets off a Flame Storm cast and nearly destroys the unit of Karen Wraiths and very badly damages the unit of Skeleton Warriors. In fact, I think these guys are crumbling, and they will probably die to this, even if it doesn't kill them itself. The Heralds of the Wind they're doing pretty good. I mean, they've damaged the Vargolfs, but they will heal up. I'd rather them kill the Crypt Horrors. But I guess they are going to keep running away as we continue destroying this army. It hasn't actually reached our main army, which is, it's looking pretty good so far. Yes, we missed some of those breaths, but I think we'll trade that. Unfortunately, a turn of bad luck occurs. These guys are moving over here, and the enemy range, or the enemy flying units, all come in from this portion of the map, right on top of the heralds here. That's bad. Ooh, I really like the skin for the Var guys, huh? Is this their normal skin? I feel like, oh, with Vlad they have the red hair. Yeah, I think this works a lot better here. Huh. Yeah. More cohesive. Alright, and we got Harpies, who have normal hair and don't appear to change with regards to the color scheme. But yeah, good job, Vargeists. Good job of the color scheme working. Alright, so yeah, they're doing fairly bad damage to the Heralds of the Wind, and they're going to continue this. Unfortunately, not much we can do about it. But let's see, other armies have now arrived. I did not mean to speed that up. We have, first of all, Shakolot the Calamity coming in, and he is a black dragon with apparently no pupils or iris. Although, well, actually, never mind. Never mind, I can see him from one side. Huh, wait. Wait, is he blind in one eye, maybe? Huh, wait, I never noticed this. Are all black dragons like this? I don't see the pupil. Huh. You have the one side cat's eye. Look. And not on the other side. I noticed just the most random things about this game. Anyway, or just games in general. This is because I get distracted by things. Anyway, we have you coming in. Of course, Imrik will duel you, but in the meantime, we have probably the toughest bit of the, well, I don't know, it's probably the toughest, but maybe not the most threatening. The range units are or the flying units are probably the most threatening, especially as they will most likely very badly damage or outright kill the poor Heralds of the Wind. But these guys, other than the Crypt Ghouls, who are weak, have some good stuff in here. They have a Charybdis, they have a Hydra. I really wish the Charybdis was better. I'm actually excited when we start up the Rakarth in Let's Play in the Sundering. I'm actually excited to see how the Charybdis fares, because it was always way too weak, and there was never any point to bringing it when instead you could just bring the Hydra. I hope that SFO makes it a little bit more worthwhile, because it's such a freaking cool model. I mean, look at this monstrosity. That's glorious. Clan Molder is just super upset that that the Dark Elves have this. Anyway, we are going to move in all of our dragons on this side over here just to try to do damage, maybe cast some spells out there, breathe on all of these monsters as much as possible, maybe do as much as, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. It looks like the enemy has the exact same idea of the Hydra getting the fire breath on and hitting Trogdor, but I don't think he cares with the amount of resistance he has. Imrik going to fire back right on the Hydra, and obviously Imrik has the Star Dragon beam, so it's single target and is much more effective against these guys. Oh, and we got more breaths coming in as well. Whereas the Fire Dragons are obviously infantry slayers, so we can see they do 1/2 damage to both of these two units. And Imrik did okay. Let's see, he took about I'd say 40% off, maybe a little bit less off of this one Hydra. Maybe I should have actually focused out on the Bloodrack Medusa, but I targeted the Hydra first, which maybe was a mistake because it has regeneration. What else can you do? Otherwise, the Heralds are off the field. I don't remember whether they actually die or not. They certainly got close there, and it looks like the Hydras are now coming in. Lots of them dropping to the range fire, and of course, as soon as the enemy popped up there and right on top of the poor Heralds, I did switch the positions of all our range units so that they would fire this way. And while I didn't switch the Reaper damn it, Reaper every time. I didn't switch the Eagle Bolt throwers because they still have units that they can kill here, and they're probably not going to be super effective against the ranged anyway. In the meantime, the Dragon Princess did get a couple charges into some of those basic troops over here. We can see a bunch of dead enemies, or dead ghouls, I think, from where they struck, and then they went for a little bit of an attack on Shakolot here. I don't know what this effect is, but it looks kind of neat. I don't know if that's a spell that he used or not. Might have been some sort of explosion there. I believe he did have some sort of an explosion spell that was available to him. In fact, if we use information, it was probably this Earthshake. Well, it didn't look like it did any damage to the Dragon Princes, which is lovely. But we are starting to take damage to all these flyers now. That's a lot of Harpies, and once the range units can't fire on them, of course, they're a lot more problematic. We are going to get the Dragons coming in. It's air-on-air action over here, and air-on-air action over there as well. Ironically, all the air-on-air action is happening on the ground, because all the units have already landed. Imrik versus Shakolot over here. He has been killing a bunch of our Dragon Princes, unfortunately, so I did want to get Imrik in here as fast as possible to be able to get him out. The enemy looks like they're going to be bringing some Vargeists to help out against Imrik, which is probably a good idea, because no dragon at this stage, I think, can one-on-one Imrik. Nice. It's almost like a crest with them facing each way. Oh, wait, I wonder, do the regular dragons also have only the one eye? No, you appear to have two eyes. Man, was that a bug? Wait, no, let me just check this out again. Is the other eye visible now? I think it might be. Ooh, that's a cool shot, but no, it's not. I mean, it's very, very slightly visible, but look, this is much, much more visible. I feel like it's blind in one eye. I gotta check the basic model for the black dragons if that's the case, but yeah, it was a cool little shot. I don't know what you're roaring at there, buddy. I hope that Maneath there bites your neck. Wasted opportunity. But anyway, let's check back to the regular battle. The duel between Imrik and the dragon, though we have gotten one with every dragon so far, is not super interesting. Vargeist drops down as our dragon princes move in, but over here, the Vargeist have been going to town on these white lines, so have dropped to about half HP and a little over half the model count. Fortunately, this is a considerably better matchup for us, depending on how many enemy units drop in. And they do still have some aerial units out there, though they are routing, they might come back. On top of that, they still have both Vargulfs as well as the Crypt Horrors, so this is actually pretty nasty. Yes, these are our elite units, but they're not going to have a great time with all of these super elite units attacking them at the same time. Plus, we got a Feral, or a Great Feral Manticore in here as well. So this is probably the most dangerous spot on the battlefield, especially with another Giant Feral Manticore moving in and another Vargulf moving in. So sorry, Dragon Princes, you're going to have to hold the line because we don't really have any better line-holding units. In the meantime, over here, it looks like the Charybdis and the Hydra have arrived with the Crypt Ghouls in tow. We did manage to get another Flamestorm off of them, which did pretty hefty damage. I think basically destroying these two units and heavily damaging this one, although it might have been heavily damaged before. However, we are also taking damage ourselves. One of these Lothern Seaguard units have dropped below half HP from the basic charge of the Hydras as well as the Medusae. We are going to use the special ability of the Scales that Michaela has. I forgot what it's called. It's not lethal poison. Toxic venom. Well, it's somewhere. It's that armor ability that she got. So that at least stopped these guys and allowed our dragons to actually damage several of the units pretty badly. The War Hydra looks like it's routing. One of the Vargeist is down, although both the Bloodwrack Medusa are full HP, and so is the Charybdis. Ironically, the Charybdis, being an anti-large unit, would probably be pretty decent against the dragons, although I don't expect it to actually win. Let's see what's going on here. It looks like the enemy dragon decided that it had had enough of fighting Imrik because it was having a terrible time, as he's barely hurt, and it's basically dead a couple more hits, despite all of the help that it was getting. Look, there are Crypt Horrors here, as well as elite fighting units, the Cairns, who are specialized against elite units, essentially, although they do take extra damage from magic, so probably not going to be so good against Imrik. Unfortunately for Mr. Shakolot, he is going to be right in the middle of where all of our range fire can focus him, and seeing that he's coming here and doesn't want to fight Imrik anymore, I focus down all of our range units on him, and he takes a massive amount of damage and drops very quickly. There we go. You should have stayed fighting Imrik for a little bit longer. You might have been able to pull something off. Now, in the meantime, we can see that our white lines of trace are very badly hurt and almost ready to rout. The Dragon Princes are also almost gone, but the enemies are wavering. They're all in critical binding now. So we are doing fairly decent, even though we've taken a huge amount of damage. Over here, it looks like our dragons, both Michaela and Trogdor, in combination with the Pure Main Company, as well as the remnants of the Lothern Seaguard and the Signs of Mathan, have seen off most of the elite monsters coming in here. The Charybdis is running, and we are going to chase it down. It looks like the Giant Feral Manticore is shattered, and this army appears to have shattered in its entirety. The rest of the Crypt Horrors are dropping, and the Crypt Ghouls will soon follow suit. Huh. These crypt ghouls look less green than I'm used to. I like the skin as well, because they look all pallid and corpse-like. So I feel like it's almost more appropriate. Although I'm getting kind of used to the crypt ghouls that are in Arcan's army. But anyway, how are we doing over here? It looks like Imrik's gonna win over here. None of these units have a chance against him. There's a few units of zombies left for the Rangers to take care of, who've been sitting here the whole time. They've actually managed to survive despite the relative eliteness of the enemy units. And other than that, I believe we're just about done here. Look, this Vargulf is... Ooh, look how close these Dragon Princes came to dying. They actually routed. I think this is one of the... I think they've routed maybe twice in this entire campaign, so... It goes to show how much damage they've taken. Oh, and the dragons are coming in. They can finish off the Vargulf. There it goes. Poor Bat Hulk. I feel bad for the Bat Hulks. They're kind of adorable. And with that, I do believe this battle is over. The last of the zombies are dropping as they run into the arrows. And here comes the victory. There we are. Michaela in a field of corpses here. And she's not even that hurt this time. Lovely. Lovely. Looks like we pulled it off. Imrik's not hurt either. Gotta give the MVP to these two. But also, a semi-MVP to the Dragon Princes for holding the line. They couldn't really cycle charge or do anything, do a lot of what they wanted because they had to hold while the rest of the army stayed alive, because we did need to keep our ranged firing instead of being attacked and killed. Especially as we only have the 3 units of Lothran Seaguard and they can't really hold the line that well. Anyway, heroic victory at that, because I do believe the game recognized the difficulty there. That was a pretty damn fun battle. Ooh, alright, I don't know whether the dragon fights are actually in order or not, but that being the last one was the toughest one that we fought. I definitely found it considerably tougher than the Wood Elf one, and definitely, Gordnar was by far the easiest, I would think. The Lizardman one was actually equally easy, and then the Wood Elf one was a little bit harder, and then this one was harder still, but it was also really fun. Shared MVP gonna be between Imrik and Michaela here, 71k damage for pretty early in the game, very nice, and 63k on Imrik, very, very respectable, considering he doesn't also have a lot of magic. He does have some magic, even though he's not a caster, but he does have those items, and yeah, very impressive, just fighting out alone there. Imrik is getting very powerful already, and he doesn't really have all of his, or close to maxing out, so I'm excited to see what kind of monster he'll become at the end there. Other than that, the 1 kill. I guess the Scions of Mathon didn't really do too much, but they were providing that aura for us, so I guess that was super helpful. The Regiment of Renown with the Lothran Seaguard did well, but the other two, verily not. Alright. Alright, oh, and these guys. These poor guys got almost wrecked, those Illyrian Reavers. How was I supposed to know that the aerial units would appear right on top of them and destroy them all? That was bad luck. Oh well. Let's see, we are not going to do ransom captives because I don't like the reduction of relations with other High Elves, and Tyrion is nearby. We're not going to be moving out, so I think we just get execute captives for even more XP. Because we have to heal our monsters. Actually, but our monsters haven't really gotten hurt. Yeah, we still have to spend a couple turns healing anyway, so I'll just execute them. Not a big deal. Alright, and Imrik, why were you losing points to attrition there for a second? There we go, a blackened staff, which is going to be going on... Wait, did we read this one? Wait, let me just double check here. Oh yeah, we read it when it got issued right over here. Yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. Lovely. More dragon breaths and stuff, always worthwhile. And we got a decent amount of cash as well. Let's get you upgrading towards Skymaster. Gotta get that Skymaster maxed out before we get more dragons in there. Michaela, you leveled up as well. Oh, you can have your blackened staff now. I like the fact that you have life leeching and miscast chance reduction. We're not going to give this to you. At least not until... not unless I can find something better for Imrik. 10% ward save is pretty good. Stacking insane amounts of ward save is going to enable him to do what he just did, but even more so. And how is this, by the way? The Starlance really would prefer to have a Sword of Cain than a Starlance, not gonna lie, but I think anybody would. Michaela, I thought I leveled you up. Oh, I just gave you an item. I didn't level you up. Okay, okay. Let's see. We already have the Burning Head maxed out. All right, let's go for Arcane Finesse, and let's move through this line a wee bit. I'd love to get Onslaught for the dragons, but we'll get it a little bit later. Okie dokie. Now, where do we spend our cash? You are basically good. We have enough to upgrade either one of these, but I think... Oh, right, I wanted to upgrade Caledor. Let's do that. We can't do it this turn. We gotta switch to Rebuild Lost Splendor anyway. I guess we can upgrade this, but I'd really rather economy buildings first. And you know what? I guess if we're gonna save for a turn, we might as well upgrade... Ooh, how close are we to this? 3 more turns. We could save for 3 turns. It wouldn't be too bad. You know what? We are going to switch... Oh, you're already in tribute to the Phoenix King. Okay, well, you can be that in for 1 more turn. We could untax you, but that screws our income, because you make a lot of cash. We could just temporarily move Imrik back there. Destroy the Rebellion. It's not like he has anywhere to be right now. All he has to do is... Oh, but if we move out, we'll be losing points per turn as well. Damn. Alright, we'll just leave it to defend itself. I'm pretty sure it should be fine. So other than that, I guess we save points. If we go into Rebuild Lost Splendor, which we should, we'll have to wait a couple turns anyway, so whatever. And in fact, yeah, same with you. We're just going to save up money until we pop that Invocation of Assyrian, because I'm not super hurried to build the rest of this stuff. It's not a big deal. Let's just do that. Alrighty. I guess we could burn down the... we could burn down this, but I'm not sure I feel like it. I'd rather save up enough to basically upgrade everything, including the Fortress of Warrag. Alright, hero not moved. You know what? How much will this cost? I really want to know if it's more in here. 700. Yeah, that's not worth it. Damn. That's way too expensive, game. Why you do this? You gotta do us dirty like that. Alright, let's move on. Sword of Cain rests. Well, not if Imrik has anything to say about it, although how the hell we're going to get over there is a question for many episodes from now. Alright. Well, hopefully we can just confederate all the other High Elves and take it that way. Okay, and yeah, Noblar Country's going to rebel. I'd rather keep the money and allow it to... rebel. I don't see the rebellion going through this unless it's some kind of... I mean, it should be a Skaven rebellion, right? Because this is Snitch's home province, and them getting through this many High Elven archers with heavy arrowheads seems pretty darn unlikely. Would have been much better if they were all replaced by Sea Guard, but what can you do? Alright, hero non-movement stuff, Imminent Rebellion, we're gonna ignore all that for 1 more turn. 2 turns, okay, well, 2 turns technically. And just keep saving up the money. And hopefully by then... Oh, whoa. That's a plague right there. And it's in Crookback Mountain. Okay, you know what, Imrik? You need to get the hell out of there before the plague gets you. Go to Mount Greyhag, please. And you know what, fine. If you're going to go out this way anyway, go to that rebellion. Yeah, it's going to... Oh my lord, that costs us a lot of cash when we move. Never move Imrik, especially in March stance. Damn. Oh well. Yeah, then we're not going to use Discover Undercity Cities. Let's end another turn. Hopefully now is not the time when we get declared war on it. Illyrian got destroyed. I take it by Eotane and somebody else, maybe Safari or Cathik. It doesn't look like it was Avalorn, because they don't seem to have too many territories yet. Usually Avalorn do quite well in my experience, but maybe not this time around. I wonder why. Wonder if it's something to do with having Caledor. Although I don't see what the connection would be. Alright, and it is indeed going to be Skaven, so who cares? They're just going to die attacking. Plague Claw Cataphs are going to be a little bit annoying. Maybe we don't even need to move Imrik out there. We just need to get them the hell out of the... You know what? Stay in March stance. And go into Ashridge Mountains. I just want out of Crookback Mountain, which is going to start... Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of negative public order. Oh, yeah, and the plagues are spreading. And the damn plagues are spreading. Do we have a plague reduction? We have Untainted, recruitment cost. Oh, for the love of... Sword of Cain claimed. I guess we really do need to burn this down, don't we? You know what? Now it's 37.50 for the... Wow, that's expensive. Okay, no, I'm not going to waste that cash. What we are going to do, however, is we're going to switch a U to Rebuild Lost Splendor, a U to Rebuild Lost Splendor. I don't think you need to rebuild Lost... we might build something here. Yeah, that's fine. Rebuild Lost Splendor as well. There's Lost Splendor to be found everywhere. This will be a considerable reduction in tribute to the Phoenix King. Phoenix King might get a wee bit upset. And other than that, that's all of our money. Oh, we are going to repair the damaged buildings, though. Let's see. Repair, and repair. Let's end the turn. Let's build a bunch of stuff. Imrik, how's the healing going, by the way? Yeah, I think we're going to have to do the fight for the Empowered Armor of Caledor next turn. Or next episode, rather. But this should be pretty manageable, I think, because the... well, actually, wait. The Blood Dragon Warriors move at 60. They're actually quite fast, but I think they would move with the rest of the army, wouldn't they? So we would still get the advantage of being able to use magics on them, breaths on them, as well as the Eagle Claws. Really depends on what the reinforcements are for that. But anyway, let's end the turn. Let's get that invocation going. Eatane is fighting Rakarth, a military alliance between Harganeth and Nagorond. I guess it would have been better if they were fighting amongst themselves, but whatever. Looks like Grimgor is doing pretty decently now. Let's see. Karazakarak, and let's see. Oh, they seem to have retaken Mount Squighorn. Alrighty, Invocation of Asuryan now. Thank you. And we get diplomatic relations out of this. Ooh, maybe this will be... we'll be able to do a defensive alliance with Khalida. Presuming that she's doing okay here. I really don't understand why she's spreading out her armies like this. She could have easily destroyed, retaken Mahrok, probably retaken Lamia as well. Like, what the hell is this? They're gonna get a full stack and they're gonna take Libaris if you keep doing that. Stop that, Khalida. In fact, you know what? I don't like that so much. I think we're not going to do an alliance. Yeah, we're just gonna wait. In fact, wait. We're not gonna declare... Ooh. What if we declare war on Teotihuacan, who's all the way down here, for money? We don't really care about the Blue Vipers, although we could sail Imrik down here while we're not fighting with the orcs yet. Or we could just take Black Crag and just move on. And the thing is, I'd like to get the Northern Territories before we declare war on the Dwarfs, because they're going to be a problem as well. What will you give us for war on Teotihuacan? Moderate, okay, you know what, screw it. Screw it. What's your money strength? You're very weak, ah, damn. Oh, right, it's because you're Tomb Kings. You're not really able to give us a lot of money. Alright, fine. Upgrade port, please. Damn, that's expensive. But it is a level 3 port, and I guess we gotta get furs here for extra trade, and the reduction of upkeep on the white lines and such. Might as well do that. Do we do this colonnade? 3,000, not worth it. We want one of these here, but I think we want Fortress of Warag more. So we'll do that first, then we'll switch you back to Tribute to the Phoenix King. We'll switch you to regular move speed, getting even more cash for our trouble. We will have to wait until the plague dissipates. Oh, man. If this rebels while the plague is there, that's gonna be bad. We will, however, need to build a Sylvan Craftsman. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but whatever. Alright, so you're back to Tribute to the Phoenix King. You are also back to Tribute to the Phoenix King, I think. Yeah, it'll still be a while before we can upgrade this. Alright, Tribute. You, however, are going to stay in Rebuild Lost Splendor, because I would like to get one of these upgraded. Even though it's going to take a couple turns, we still have the Invocation of Asuryan, so we might as well make use of it as much as possible. Alright, here and all moved, end turn, please. I really hate that we can't level up our Noble and get more influence just because we can't get money out of it.
What is it? Do not squander the dragon prince.
Let me guess, now you want an alliance. We asked you for an alliance earlier and you were like, no, so now what are you going to do? Alright, Karazakarak and Karak-Kadrin are now confederated into one faction. I think that means that Karak-Kadrin got really badly hurt doing something. Are you sieging us? Why did it move over here? Yeah, you're sieging us. Okay, well. Settlement besieged Flayed Rock. Let's do this. Auto-resolve. You are done now. I'd love to do this, but not worth the relation. Although, nah, it's not worth enough. Not worth the money. Just get the XP, which does nothing, really. Oh, wow. If only we could steal their Plague Claw catapults. But the elves wouldn't put their pretty little fingers on it, would they?
Dragon Rider.
Alright. Now, you filthy knife-ears are all healed up, which means... well, we could do the Armor of Caledor whenever we're ready, so that'll be the start of next episode. This episode, I believe we're just about out of time, or we're getting very close to it. I guess we're going to use a couple more turns. I'd love to do this while we still have the invocation, but I feel like one of these upgrades is probably more important, but also probably not as important as upgrading Val's Anvil, which is 4k even, so we'll be able to do this next turn. Alright, we're going to save for that then. And you know what? I guess we're going to go back to Tribute to the Phoenix King on Oh, you're already back. Okay, that's fine. We could also go tribute to the Phoenix King, because it's going to take like 3 turns to get this. Although, if we fight for the Armor of Caledor next turn, we'll get enough money out of the battle, most likely, to be able to upgrade one of these. In fact, that tells me... Yeah, we'll do that next turn, I guess. I'm almost tempted to say maybe we should just call it here and do it this turn, and just to get the money earlier, which means more upgrades earlier. Alright, yeah, you know what, I think I'm gonna do that. It's a little bit early, I think, although I'm never sure. Wow, lots of plagues everywhere, damn. They're all over the place. But the thing I was saying, yeah, I think it's a little bit earlier, but I'm not entirely sure anymore. Next time, we will start off with the Empowered Armor of Caledor, and then we will be out of stuff to do here. I guess we could move in and try to take Nagashazar, presuming that it's not full of rats. I mean, there's nothing really else for Imrik to do. The only problem is moving him around, once again, costs us so much money. The other option is to move in here, destroy, or take Black Armor. No, we can't do that while the freaking Plague is there 4 more turns. How many turns do you got? 2 and 3. Alright, actually, by the time we heal up from fighting for the Armor of Caledor and move back up here, we should be good in terms of Plague. So that'll be decisive. And I guess we could try to take Nagashazar and Desolation Nagash with a single Lord. But you know what? Since it's red and the construction time is going to take so long, this place will definitely rebel. Although technically we don't have to ever keep it taxed, or at least not for the first little while. Maybe. I'll think about that one. Stay tuned for the Empowered Armor of Caledor next time, as well as possibly another declaration of war. Maybe we'll move north and destroy this stuff. The only problem with this is, of course, as soon as we declare war or get declared on by the dwarfs, they'll move down here. But I guess it's a problem for next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback in regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.